Hello everybody, this is BUZZ Buzz here with another Clash Royale replay today. Another hype replay, guys, as I am live casting this from beautiful Canada. It is currently 0 degrees today, and it's wet, but today we are Clash watching, and today is going to be a hype replay. Let me introduce your bottom blue player. It's Omar Whale, and his opponent in the top red. It's St. Kleimar, or ST Kleimar, as the French would say here in Canada, eh? These two players are duking it out for supremacy right now. Let's see which one of them is going to take home some trophies. Now, I do want to point out that Omar Whale, he is using the cannon tower, which is an interesting choice. You want to, if you pay attention, you look at the tower's HP. It's actually a lot less than the Princess Tower. So not only does it only target, one unit very slowly, but it also has less HP. It's a very risky choice. Let's see how Omar Whale is going to play this out. He does have the wall breakers on the left side there. Small connection, not too much damage. He does have the Royal Ghost Evo in rotation now, but Kleimar, he has his own Evo. Let's see how this plays out here. He's got a couple of Evos, very defensive Evos, might I add. The defensive bomber there is actually doing quite a bit of work against the Ghost there, as he does splash damage to the Ghost and his buddies. But so far this game, very tight, very tight. The right side tower for Omar at 34, the left side tower for Kleimar at 36. So Kleimar in a slight advantageous lead, but he does have more damage done to his tower, even though he has more HP on his tower. He still has more damage done just by technicality here. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee as this game is in double elixir. It's about to ramp up. Big poison on the Dark Goblin to reduce the effectiveness of this push. But another Dark Goblin on duty here, going to take away that cannon, make room for this Ghost to come in hot. But he will have to deal with the Berserker. Now the Berserker is going to cleave his ghostly face off. Berserker doesn't afraid of nobody, as Omar is going to rotate once again to his wall breaker. He's going to put them in the back right. A very interesting choice here. While the poison coming out from Kleimar on the bridge to take out the Dark Goblin, and also what a perfect placement there to also take out those wall breakers. This guy is an absolute professional, guys. One of the best of the best. That's all we're watching. Big snowball here. Kind of a strange one. I guess he was kind of hoping for a ghost or something to catch the ghost, but he didn't really catch anything. Maybe he caught a skeleton, but nothing important. Left side connection, huge for Omar, as his ghost was able to do a lot of damage to that left side tower, bringing it down to 28. Both of these towers at 28, which puts Kleimar in a perhaps a worse position because his tower has more HP, but like, you know what? It's hard to gauge these kind of situations when you got two different towers. But I will point out, Omar, his cannon towers are, they're going to work in this matchup. We saw the other matchup previously where the cannon towers were kind of working against the player. But in this matchup, it seems to be working for him. So it is, it's an interesting choice, to opt for that. And we got a Goblin Drill in the back right here, going to be dealt with relatively easy. It's interesting because Kleimar, he did not opt for the Goblin Drill Evo. He decided to go for the Snowball Evo so that he could better support his Goblin Drill, which I get it, It makes room for your Goblins to do the damage that they need to do. Actually doing quite a bit of damage to that right side tower. We're in triple elixir, by the way. Final minute of overtime. Next tower that goes down, it's going to be GG. Omar deciding to start in the back here. Kleimar, he's got the snowball coming in to support the Goblin Drill. Once again, doesn't do as much damage as he would hope, but he is doing a little bit of damage. So bringing that tower down to 21, which is going to put him in an advantageous position here, as the wall breaker does double connect on the right side there. That's kind of a big deal for Omar, as he's able to open up both lanes here for potential attack, as he has been doing double lane attacks all game, but they haven't been very successful, as his damage is kind of split between both towers. Whereas he kind of wants to do more to one. With 10 seconds on the clock, a poison coming down on top of the Goblin. It's an interesting choice to spend 4 elixir on a poison on a 3 elixir Goblin, but when it comes to this matchup, you start to see why. And also when it comes to this matchup, you start to see why having a tower with more HP is more important than having a cannon tower, which is kind of cheesy, right? I don't know, man. It didn't work out for Omar then. Saint ST Kleimar gonna take this matchup. He's gonna take this one. He's gonna take it home. He's gonna take the trophies. He's gonna show it to his wife. He's gonna be like, look what I won, baby. Hey, you know your ST Kleimar is #1 in the league. I don't know how I went to freaking Mexican there. I'm so stupid. Anyways, guys, enough of this foolishness. That was a G.